After a grueling race weekend at Canada, in which we saw Matt Tuck and Garrett Mabodel getting their respective wins at Victoria Revere and Circuit Gilles Villeneuve, now we are back in the oval racing here in Iowa Speedway for your one of the most interesting short track racing of the season. And of course, considering that we have ourselves Joe Webb trying to protect his points lead from Jeffrey Finkai, who currently has 3 wins already this season. But here we are at Iowa Speedway here in Newton, Iowa for the running of the Iowa Corn 350. Hello everyone, this is Sergio Alonso for the special presentation of the 37 Network. As usual here, well, as we all know, this is gonna be an interesting short track racing here. Well, considering that this is actually the first time that in my NR career that we are going here in Iowa Speedway, but this time as the voice of the PSRLA. But there we are. Of course, joining alongside me is AG's More Sports owner Alex Vitale. Hello, man.
Yeah, at this point, yeah, I'm pretty sure I have more races as a cup commentator in both trucks and cup than I have for national series. But outside of that, hello everyone. Hello here, Joe, and yeah, Iowa Speedway. Track that NASCAR is going to race at this year at the expense of Montreal. But yeah, let's see what these guys are going to. I'm actually excited to see what this race is going to be, because in a certain way we could predict what the real life race is going to be. I mean, it's probably going to be on a quite different today, but you know, the thought is there.
Yeah, you know that we could possibly see some close racing, you know, especially how these drivers are very close in when it comes to their qualifying. But hey, well, of course there will be expected drivers in the battlefield right now, especially that one of the drivers are making their Cup Series debut, which is Genius D'Amelio, starting 33rd, but he deep in the field, but let's see if he can make it through. But you know, you mentioned before that Genius D'Amelio needs to have a Cup Series debut, and here it is. Well, he is going to be driving for Forward King Racing next season. But do you expect anything from Genius D'Amelio after winning 4 races for Czech Black Motorsports this season in the Grand National Series, to do well here in the Cup Series as well, and maybe going to compete with the big guns?
Well, we don't win 4 races in any category for nothing. So yeah, I'm going to say that he's got a good shot. As for next year, well, if Forward King Racing can figure out their qualifying performance, then I'm going to say that D'Amelio is going to be perfectly fine for next year. For today, I don't want to exactly call him a favorite, but yeah, I'm going to say that he's got a good shot here.
Yeah. And another thing here to discuss here about Genius D'Amelio is the trend of having a driver with few starts getting their first career win here in the PSRLA Cup Series before getting their wins in their lower leagues, especially noting that we had Bruno Di Giacomo winning first 2 races, which is the first in PSRLA Cup Series history. Another thing is Ryan Little at Talladega, and you know what? Garrett Mabodel almost did the same at Troy Revere until he won in his second run at Montreal last week. So we could see the same trend here. So Alex, what do you think about it?
It's considering this stuff that also happened in the Grand National Series. Think of Kid and Chris. He was replaced before Kieran Jimenez until Evans Ross Racing picked him up for the Cup. But yeah, I think this trend is going to be true even today.
Yeah, let's say about it. But here we go, let's look at the point standings here. Well, after discussing everything and all, here's the point standings here. Joab starting deep in the field here right now. He's currently holding the points lead with 438 points towards his championship. Jeffrey Finca, already a 3-time winner this season in his first year here in the PSRLA Cup Series. Well, considering doing pretty well, 3 points behind. Scarlett Taylor and Nathan Stapleton are Allen Motorsports teammates, 23 and 26 points behind respectively. But you know what? Nathan Stapleton that even does have a better average starting position, getting his second pole of the season right now. Jonah Burridge also starting deep in the field, 29 points behind. Angel Gutierrez 32 points behind. Eric Monaco 37 points behind. Ludovic Charette 38 points behind. Zachary Fitzwater 52 points behind. And Cole Raymond currently hanging around 69 points behind. Nice. And then here in the cutoff, Trey Bartow just hanging around 12 points behind the cutoff. 13 points behind the cutoff is Porsche Rostava, and also tied there in 13 points behind Roberto Kern Jr. Well, drivers down below from 11 to 16 in the standings doesn't have any wins, so therefore the 12 seed for the playoffs goes to Blaine Keys, currently holding that position here, just 9 points ahead of Bradley Rim, the next driver in the cutoff. Considering that Brody Giacomo currently deep in the field in 26, but he has to protect that top 30 slot if he wants to make it into the playoffs, as well as Matt Tuck and Cody Sill needs to step up their game. Well, Cody Sill currently is 37th in the standings here. Not looking good for the Daytona 500 winner, but let's see if he can pull something up here this season. So here we go. Let's look at the starting lineup here today at Iowa Speedway for the running of the Iowa Corn 350. Here right now, presented by Bang Energy, the official energy drink of the PSRLA. So on the pole here right now is the number 79 of Nathan Stapleton, second pole of the season as I mentioned. Alongside of him is the number 13 of Alan Jefferson, the Brazilian native, here starting second right now. Row 2, we have Roberto Brown Jr. winless, but let's see if he can pull something up. Alongside him is teammate Ludovic Charette in the 82. Row 3, do have the number 9 of Philip Torres. Alongside him is the Able Motorsports Angel Gutierrez. Row 4, do have Bradley Rim in the 25, your winner from Charlotte. Alongside him is Blaine Keys, your winner from Warrensville. And row 5, do have the 44 of Jaden Russell. Alongside him is the 24 of Cole Raymond. So, Alex, who do you think's gonna win here today's Iowa Corn 350?
Well, today I actually have two predictions. The first one is Nathan Stapleton, because I want to think that the win, the almost win at Montreal is going to pop them up, and yeah, I feel like it's going to take a little bit of momentum. And the second pick I have is D'Amelio, because again, the 4 wins in the Grand National Series and the whole thing about good part-time drivers and first-timers performing well.
Well, good picks here, by the way. 0.625, I believe, miles here in Newton, Iowa. So this is going to be an interesting 70 laps of action here as the pace car just went into the restart zone. The 79 in Stapleton, 13 Alan Jefferson. Here we go, going into the green flag racing. Green gets out to go. Iowa racing is now underway. A close call for Ludovic Charette here as he keeps on hitting the wall. Probably dropping back into the field right now, but you know what? Nathan Stapleton is out of here.
Yeah, that's actually that is actually kind of impressive. And there's Torres fighting alongside Roberto Jr. and Torres is going to take the place. And as from Junior screams to the wall right there, now Jefferson is going to attack on the inside of the 37 car, as Bradley Ream is against Charette and Russell now, so that's move on the 82 car.
You know, speaking of the trends that I've discussed earlier, you know, we could probably I forgot to mention that we are also going to see some, you know, the trends of hitting the wall in the front, but you know, they actually managed to save it and avoid some big crashes, just like, you know, in some of the NR racing leagues that has Iowa in their schedule. You know, some of them have a consistent crashing and crashing into the front, but of course this guy still managed. But as the teammate, the Chevrolet Motorsports teammates of Roberto Ron Jr. and Ludovic Charette still continuing to hit, as looking good right now for as well for Philip Torres, as he's trying to catch into Nathan Stapleton for the lead here. But we do have ourselves a battle for third between Bradley Ream and Jaden Russell, and as they keep on battling on, they're pulling away from Kirian Jimenez and Mitchell Collins. Mitchell Collins looking good right now, is running 7th. But let's see if he can keep that, as Zachary Fitzwater and Cody Smart are right now coming through the inside of the 04 machine, as well as Alan Jefferson manages to go back into the inside line, as still keeps on running into the inside the top 10.
And actually, the gap between Stapleton and Torres hasn't shrunk all that much. Still within almost a second between the two. But yeah, that was actually a really impressive first lap from Stapleton. That actually been seen that kind of starts in a while. Actually, we didn't see this kind of starts at all. If not for restarts, but for actual starts, never, I think. Actually, now the gap between the two has shrunk to basically 8 tenths. So maybe Torres is catching up. Yeah, Torres is catching up to Stapleton. Let's see. Okay, now it's all there.
Yeah, he just went 2/100ths of a second closer into Nathan Stapleton. Not much, but it's a good sign for Philip Torres here. You know, Philip Torres also trying to get his first win here in his rookie season. But let's see if Bradley Ream and Jane Russell can try to stop these two guys here. Again, Nathan Stapleton and Philip Torres are trying to get their first win of their PSRLA Cup Series careers. I mean, Stapleton won the exhibition race at Daytona, but it doesn't count as a points paying win, of course. And as well, Philip Torres, let's see what he can do right there. As you know what, Bradley Ream and Jane Russell are starting to close into the 79, but look at Jonah Burridge still at the back here, looking at the inside, I mean the right side here, with a huge damage here. Not a good sign for Dragon Racing Enterprises, who briefly hold the points lead before. But you know, also bad races for both Trey Bartow, Matt Tuck, as well as Drew Webb, your points leader. That is something you don't want to happen here. As well as Roberto Khan Jr. here started 3rd. He dropped down drastically deep down 32nd.
And well, the damage on the side of the car explains why Cortinas dropped down so hard, as it is, and they're going to fight a battle with Bruno and also with Bill Johnson second. Actually, no, they're still side by side with Bruno. There clears the 7 car, and now it's oh my god, Corners are going to be the end of me. But regardless, Jr. goes past the Giacomo, and now 7 decides to Bill Johnson second, or maybe not, because there's Travis Crampton.
Ooh, 3 wide. This might be a close call between these guys, especially. Ooh, look at the 7 up. Bruno Di Giacomo hitting the wall so hard, lost several positions. But you know, again, he has to keep that top 30 position if he wants to enter the playoffs with his 3 wins.
And yeah, I mean, this kind of bad races happen, but I really do. We need to talk after the race. We definitely need to talk about what's going on, because yeah, this is not a good look.
You know what? I'm actually impressed about Bruno Di Giacomo qualifying, considering this is an uncharted ride for this number 7 entry here. But you know, it's really impressive that Bruno Di Giacomo has qualified so far in every event.
Well, considering that next year we won't have charters and everybody has to qualify on equally, he's getting himself a training.
Yeah, basically, like the new rule for next season is that, you know, top in each races, well, the top 35 already secured their. Ooh, someone blew up. Oh, wow! Huge crash at the backstretch.
Oh my God.
Oh, Ella Baker as well, especially. Genius D'Amelio. Not a good debut race for him. Roberto Carlin Jr. Kyle Sharp. You gotta be.
Eric Monaco retired. The car stopped and he's going into the pits. I think Monaco's out as well.
Ooh, look at the state of this 59 machine. The car is just totally totaled. Here, by the way, are the leaders. Nathan Stapleton, Philip Torres. These guys are now coming in. Let's see if, you know, I believe everyone's coming in. But, you know, some guys are going to stay a little bit longer due to their damages. But, yeah. Oh, Angel Gutierrez is also involved as well.
Then why didn't he get service car?
Hang on. Not so sure about that. But you know, we could probably see the replay later on as, wow, Philip Torres make a huge jump over Nathan Stapleton as Stapleton falls back to 4th.
That was a I don't know if that's like an incredible stop for the 9 car or a terrible stop for the 79 group, but but Torres up back. What is Stapleton doing? Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Behind Torres.
Yeah, he's actually going to restart 2nd here, so I guess they're just going to go into the correct order once we go through. But yeah, top day for the 94 Kyle Sharp, and so far Eric Monaco, Genius D'Amelio, and Ella Baker retires. But let's see the replay to see what happened to bring out the first caution of the day here at Iowa Speedway for the running of the Iowa Corn 350. First caution of the day here at Iowa Speedway brought out, you know, here's Eric Monaco who just blew his engine. I thought this is going to be the only incident so far here. Good thing Alan Jefferson avoided that one and still avoids contact with Hubert and Alford. But here's goes where things go interesting. You know, Eric Monaco runs well until he blew up that engine. But coming into out of turn 2, you know, you gotta look at the 45 of Angel Gutierrez. Now, the 5 tries to... Ooh, hang on. Little bit of pause there. So, the 5 of Eric Monaco trying to go down the apron, then made contact with his own teammate Drew Webb. Look at that. And then, yeah, there's this contact. Look at, yeah, that car move over there. And then there's the 5 and boom. The 45 of Angel Gutierrez just hit the 5 without, and look at the impact for Ella Baker and Dale Johnson 2nd. Now look into the 94. Ooh, actually look at Genius D'Amelio. Look at the 28. Hard hit. Ooh, you know, it feels like a bowling due to collision with Ella Baker and Dale Johnson 2nd. As well as the 94, you gotta look into that, as the 59 is upside down. Jonathan Carrison made contact as well, and Roberto Jr. just whatever. Huge crash for these guys.
So we're watching this in real time. Monaco's engine has already gone kaboom. There goes Charette, there goes Pardon, there goes everybody, there goes the Countable Web, the smash with Gutierrez, and then Johnson, Baker. Baker smashes into the Melio, as the Melio smashes into George Johnson in a second. Baker flips, and that's gonna be the end of the race for both Baker, Monaco, and Amelio. But surprisingly enough, Johnson and Keys are going to continue, as is from Jr. and Cal Sharp.
Yeah, that's the case right now. Look at Cal Sharp. We almost hit that.
Right,
yeah, we almost hit that barrier. But you know what? Let's go back into racing, shall we? And we are back. Damn. Did I voice crack there? I'm not really sure. But anyway, we are back here at Iowa Speedway for the running of the Iowa Corn 350, the 17th race of the 2024 PSRLA Cup Series season. As Philip Torres passes the jumps Nathan Stapleton coming out of the pits. They just swapped places. And you know, kudos to Zachary Fitzwater for jumping to fourth. As looking into the grid here from the spare and yeet his steepest. Philip Torres will lead us back to the green, followed by Nathan Stapleton, and then Bradley Ream, Zachary Fitzwater, and Kirian Jimenez rounds out the top 5. Then Cody Smart, Jenny Russell, Portia Estaba, Alan Jefferson, and Mitchell Collins rounds out the top 10 as wow, Nathan Stapleton with a huge run from the outside lane, and he's gonna block Philip Torres and from an opportunity to pass for the lead here. By the way, retirees from that lap from the first caution are Genius D'Amelio, Ella Baker, Eric Monaco, Dale Johnson II, and Kyle Sharp, with Roberto Crown Jr. falling down 2 laps down.
I have no idea what did they put in that other island car because yeah, that is the ooh, I think somebody hit the wall right there next to the 2, but
look at Angel Gutierrez car. It's just totally
a sight we are getting all too familiar with. But anyway, talking about Stapleton, I have no idea what they put in that other island car because yeah, that was actually another impressive restart.
Yeah, I mean, probably it's because the outside lane works better when it comes to restarts, considering that, you know, since the rule is a modern double file restarts here in NR, that was probably one of the reasons why he has a better run coming into the restart there. And that's why probably named Stapleton why. Ooh, we have ourselves the battle for third here. Kirian Jimenez, Bradley Ream. Kirian Jimenez, your defending champion of the PSRLA Cup Series, is yet to win a race this season. But, you know, Evans Ross Racing is currently running, I don't know, for their full-time drivers. But, you know, Garrett Mabadal won a race for Evans Ross Racing. So at least this season they already have a win. But he's now in third. Jonah Burge coming into the pits. Probably for repairs, or I guess he got black flag for too many damages. I guess.
I honestly have no idea. But
ooh, Matt Tuck.
Ooh, that's Tuck.
What?
Ooh.
You didn't. Tom Sloan as well.
Roberto Crown Jr. I think got involved too.
I guess Angel Gutierrez again? Well,
ooh, what are you doing?
Angel Gutierrez, this is PSRLA, not something from your circuit back at Mexico. As this driver's
go into the pits back, but what about Taylor?
Taylor, you gotta be kidding me. You know, same situation as with the Evans Ross Racing. The full-time drivers for RL Motorsports is yet to take a win since Bruno Di Giacomo won 2 races for RL Motorsports, and then some yapping for Nathan Stapleton and Scarlett Taylor. But you know, it's a good opportunity for Nathan Stapleton to get his first career PSRLA Cup Series win. As he jumps, technically, I think he jumps. Ooh, looks like it's gonna be a split strategy as some guys stayed out. Jeffrey Finn guy stayed out. Trey Smith and Jonah Burge coming back to the pits again for the end time. Then the 42 of Anthony Nicole, Carlos Sustray, and Ludovic Charette rounds out the top 5, I believe. Let's see the replay to see what happened to bring out the second caution of the day here at Iowa Speedway for the running of the Iowa Corn 350. Second caution is out here. Look at both Mattock, Scarlett Taylor, and Tom Sloan. At first, here's the 75 Scarlett Taylor going aggressive as Tom Sloan overshoots, hits the wall, hits the 75 and the 18 in the process. The 18 just got turned, but you know, look at the 75 into the grass there, and then trying to save the car coming out of. Ooh, look at Angel Gutierrez out there. Scarlett Taylor hits the wall, and boom! Look at that. Even the wow.
Yeah.
So 4 cars are involved in that one. Especially look at Scarlett Taylor. Maybe he has to go into the infield care center to check on that one.
Once you get in real time, look at Taylor. There goes the contact with Sloan. Mattock spins out, and Taylor virtually does nothing to slow down. And then there goes the contact with Sloan again. I mean, what was? I guess Taylor was trying to get into back on track as fast as possible, but why didn't she try to avoid the wall at all? Like, what happened here? And also, ooh, contact between the modified of Gutierrez and Sloan right there. But yeah, what was up with Taylor, really?
Yeah, Scarlett Taylor, that was dangerous, man. Like, you have to slow down. I mean, I know the caution didn't come out until before Taylor crossed that line, but you don't have to be that aggressive because the caution's gonna come out either way. But yeah, that was an interesting situation for the 75 Scarlett Taylor. It's gonna be probably an important closed door meeting between the RL Motorsports Camp. Let's go back into racing, shall we? Back here at Iowa Speedway for more PSRLA Cup Series action. As Jeffrey Fingai will lead us back to the green flag racing. Looks like a good split strategy for this streak. 6 cars here, namely Fingai, Trey Smith, Anthony Nicole, Kyle Sustray, Ludovic Charette, and Jonathan Carrison. Meanwhile, Nathan Stapleton keeps 7th place. Hang on. Wow.
Oh, well then.
I guess they're just trying to pass the 37 of Roberto Crown Jr., but this was an interesting call for these guys. Like, they have to catch back into the field. This ain't F1 that you guys slow down after the pace car comes in.
And I don't think they'll be able to tell there. No way they'll be able to catch up for the flag. There goes the green flag. And looks like
they catch a bit.
They did, but then they completely reunite with the rest of the pack. But yeah, that's another weird thing. I mean, what did Trump Jr. do to cause that one? But anytime Finn guy is going to leave, Trey is going to get swallowed by both Nicole and I think what was the one? Charette, Stapleton. It looks like 2.
Yeah, Stapleton had.
Never mind.
Caution.
Okay, we're not gonna caution.
Zachary Fitzwater this time.
Yeah.
Yeah. This could be an opportunity for Jamie Santal, I believe, is also involved. Not really sure. Close call. Let's see if these 6 guys are coming into the pits after this one. Because apparently, yes, the guys with the pressure tires is way more faster than the 6 cars here. But Nathan Stapleton manages to get past 2 of them. Trey Smith and Jonathan Carson now yeah, they pit. Now we are going through halfway up the race, and you know what? 3 cautions, not bad about halfway through, and Jeffrey Fingai. So there you go. So at least these guys are going to restart the back here. Now I was really curious about what happened to Zachary Fitzwater, or maybe it's because of Roberto Brown Jr. shenanigans. Not really sure. But let's see the replay to see what happened to bring out the 3rd caution of the day.
Caution number 3 is out, and we are looking at Zachary Fitzwater. He goes wide off the apron into the main straight. Crampton is actually going to hit the wall, and Fingai had nowhere to go, and there's Fitzwater had nowhere to go. Also Smart had nowhere to go because Fingai was right in front of him, and then I call him Fingai again. Fitzwater. I have no idea what's going on with me, but yeah, that goes Fitzwater spinning, and the reason why we have the 3rd caution of the day.
I also noticed on that little bit of very end of that part that Jamison Toll taps Fitzwater a bit, but I guess Fitzwater is still going to be able to continue in that one. But here we go, let's go back into the track side. And we are back here at Iowa Speedway for the running of the Iowa Corn 350. As you saw on that screen, Kirian Jimenez blew something and he had a clutch issue, that's why he had to retire from the race. Meanwhile, Angel Gutierrez, Kyle Taylor, oh yeah, that was from 2nd caution. We haven't discussed that because everything happens too fast. But we are not yet coming back to the green flag racing, as yeah, we totally catched this 39 of Kirian Jimenez that just blew up. That's why, you know, after that, reviewing that accident, we know we have to give the camera shot to the 39. But anyway, here we go, 1 more lap to green here. We're gonna return back racing at lap 39. Jeffrey Fingai, Anthony Nicole, Ludovic Charette and are yet to pit, as well as Sistrai, by the way. And Drew Webb surprisingly is in 8th. Is he one of the 6 drivers who stayed out? I think yes.
I don't think actually. I don't think so actually. I think it actually did it like beforehand. I don't know why, but that was only the 6 guys that stayed out at the what was the 2nd caution?
Totally curious about this situation for Dragon Racing Enterprises. Maybe a strategy for these guys? Pace cars already in. Let's see if we can have a restart without a hitch here, as Anthony Nicole with a huge jump from the outside, looking to clear Jeffrey Fingai. But you know, these Dragon Racing cars are looking so fast, considering Fingai won 3 races, Fitzwater won 1, and also won All-Star race, so 5 races in total. You know, maybe we can also count that duo win for Jeffrey Fingai as well. And Fingai clears, as Stapleton hits the wall, and Alford, I believe, did the same as well. But wow, just wow.
I mean, maybe you said it, the outside line was going to work. That should disprove it. But anytime you almost get a free line between and Mitterberg still goes to the hits at this point. It's pretty much done for him. And there's usually Salisbury blue to the rear of the 25 car as Drew Webb is going on inside of Charette backstretch. Reed is going to clear Salisbury. Can Webb actually overtake Charette? They're still side by side. Also Bruno is fighting alongside Alfred. Alfred is going to win this one. And Drew Webb is still pretty much blocked behind Sashrai, and Charlotte is going to actually no, never mind. Webb is actually going to take the points away from the 82 car at the entrance of the backstretch.
Lots of things happening right now, and you see it in 4K. No, not really 4K, since it's just you know, HD. But no one gives an F here. As Jeffrey Fingai pulling away. I believe it's just a strategy for this 41 car for Duran Racing, as well as Anthony Nicol and yeah, Anthony Nicol. This top two has older tires. Meanwhile, the leading car with a fresher tire here is Bradley Ream. Let's see if maybe he can get his second win of the season and maybe enter a serious wildcard battle. But looking here is, of course, Jeffrey Fingai still leading there, and they're single file within the top 10.
Yeah, they're sure scraping the wall. By the way, the magic words would be major chase implications. Even though that's not, I mean, we are using the chase format for the playoffs, aren't we?
Yeah, we're using the old one, you know, prior to 2014, and we still call it playoffs. Yeah.
So those words still very true. Even Charette is going to scrape the wall again, and both Sil and Smart Cody's are going to take advantage of that one, and looks like Sil is actually going to get even more advantage than Smart. Never mind, Smart's actually going to no, there's going to be a bit of a battle between these two guys, but looks like Smart is going by, and there goes Sil, there goes Charette, there goes Jefferson, and so do Shibashwa and Smith.
Wow, drastically falling back. That's what I can describe to Cody Smart right now, as going back here into the top 10 battle here. Of course, interesting battle for 4th here between Sustrai, Webb, and Stapleton. Battle for 2nd between Nicol and Bradley Ream, and a chicken called Jonah Burridge right there.
In the meantime, there actually Stapleton is on the inside of Sasha.
Ooh!
Fingai.
Ooh! Fingai overshoots the coming out of turn 4. He scrapes the wall a bit, but still manages to survive, as still pulling away.
Yeah, the gap between these two guys is borderline on a different zip code, because yeah, those two running cars can be fast. There goes Stapleton around Sastrai at the entrance of the extra 4 into the main straight, and now Jaco might try to move on the 21 car. The winner of Kansas last year, unless Raymond has anything to say about it. There goes Raymond on the inside of the 7, and looks like Raymond is going to take the place. Yes, he will. And Bruno also lose the position to Alfred. They're side by side into the front straight away, and Alfred is going to take the. No, actually, Bruno puts up the fight, but never mind. Chuckable goes wide.
Ooh, Bradley Ream is coming into the pits. Yeah, Bradley Ream is coming into the pits. I'm not really sure if it's the problem, because he's not one of the guys he's not one of the 6 guys who stayed out. So maybe the 25 has a problem, or it's just an early pit stop for him. Maybe if other drivers come into the pits for some interesting strategy here, as Jeffrey Fingai, Anthony Nicol. Ooh. Then there's Cole Raymond here. Scrapes? No, he didn't scrape that wall. But maybe. Wow. Just interesting call between these guys. Well, Jeffrey Fingai still manages to keep that gap, like, I would say 5 or 6 cars length between him and Anthony Nicol. You know what? Anthony Nicol is now fighting back for a play-up spot, since considering last year he didn't win any races. Maybe if you count Monza exhibition race, then he does. But you know, he's one of the play-up contenders last year, and one of the that's why Able Motorsports decided to re-sign him for for the 2024 season. But there we do have. Let's focus into the battle for third between Stapleton and the 50 of Drew Webb.
And Webb has a bit of a safety gap from the 39 R Island car, so it doesn't have to worry about anything right now. Bar, of course, mistakes, but looks like Webb is going to have a 3 and 4 perfectly fine. Yes, as is Stapleton. And actually, I think Webb is catching up to Nickel, so we might actually have a battle for second real soon. Yeah, it's pretty nice. Pretty much catched up to the 42 Able car. As is, and also speaking of Stapleton, actually catched up to the 50 car. So yeah, we might actually have a free battle for second, and that is exactly what Finguy wants and the Finguy wants, because yeah, 1.28 seconds away from the 42 car, and yeah, if these guys are going to fight, I mean, the smart thing is for this guy to not fight. Basically adopt like a cycling system and work together to catch up the leader, because if they do, well, you're just rolling red carpet for Finguy to win.
But you know, another thing is that both Jeffrey Finguy and Anthony Nickel is still have to look into their tire wear and their fuel cells, since again, to mention again, Nathan Stapleton and some guys do have fresher tires and more fuel than this guy. So maybe if I'm going to project this one, maybe the 41 has to and the 42 has to come into the pits sooner or later, and maybe they could conserve a bit as they're closing into Jamison Tull, who's yet to get his first top 10 of the season.
And actually, Finguy pretty much catched up really quickly to the 20 car. Is Finguy actually gonna get rid of the Tull? Looks like he's going to really quickly into turn 3, and there goes the 20 car away. 41 clears him and says goodbye.
Yeah.
And now he's coming into 10 laps to go.
Yeah, Jeffrey Finguy manages to sweep past Jameson Tull, but you know, if Jeffrey Finguy wins this race, he might actually secure his you know, the driver with the most wins this season currently. He's currently tied with Brody Giacomo, but let's see if it's going to be the case here today, as the 41 of Jeffrey Finguy leading us 9 laps to go. Let's see if Anthony Nicole, Drew Webb, and Nathan Stapleton would be able to pass this moving chicane of the 20 of Jameson Tull. And looks like that's going to be the case here. But you know, ooh, I thought Drew Webb was kinda slow on that coming out of turn 4, as Anthony Nicole manages to pull away a bit from these guys, but Jeffrey Finguy, huge gap between him and Anthony Nicole.
1.6 seconds is the gap between the 41 and the 42. So unless unless something happens, like a sudden pit stop on the last lap, yeah, still Burridge. Yeah, we'll just forget about Burridge. But speaking of Finguy, unless something big up, actually almost 2 seconds is the gap between the two. And yeah, at this point, unless except for a something like a last lap pit stop, which we have seen previously in this season, both in here than the lower league in the lower categories. Yeah, Finguy pretty much has this one in the bag.
Wow, Finguy. Let's see if that's going to be the case here, because the only thing that would probably save this guys is probably a caution, or something happens to Jeffrey Finguy's car for this guys to be able to win this race. That's their only chance, as we are now 5 to go here into this race. Jeffrey Finguy again. Wow.
And actually, speaking of the truck behind them, I don't think that Webb has attempted an overtake and even a overtake to Anthony Nickel. So I'm guessing that the leaders are so shot that simply they cannot do anything, or they're trying to save the tires as much as they can, and naturally, I think would be would be killing the tires. It would be killing the tires needlessly. But honestly, 2.2 seconds is the gap. Was the gap from last lap? Let's see the updated figure. It's basically the same. But at this point, I want to say that the tires are shot for all these guys because they haven't tried to move. Actually, just as I say that, looks like Stapleton is trying to move himself onto Webb. Yep, there it goes. And Stapleton looks like he's going to put the 50 car with ease, actually, as Webb almost brushes the wall.
Now, 2 laps to go, by the way, for Jeffrey Fingai, as, you know, he has 1 more lap to figure this one out here. And, is he coming in? Oh, sorry.
Ooh.
I thought he's coming in, because he was kind of slow. And, as here we go, white flag now for Jeffrey Fingai. Could this be... You know, Ludovic Charette enters the pits. He's one of the guys who stayed out, so he ran out of fuel. Now, could this be a same case for Jeffrey Fingai? He's slow, but he's gonna take that victory here. Jeffrey Fingai, 4th win of the season.
Oh, well then. Actually, wasn't there any other what? How many wins has who's the driver with the most wins in trucks?
What?
Who's the guy with the truck? Because I'm pretty sure only Fingai and Amelia have won 4 races.
For trucks, there's not much of a multi-time winner. But let's see if next week is going to be interesting at New Hampshire.
Oh yeah.
Since we're returning back to truck series action there. So here's the result. Jeffrey Fingai, Anthony Nicole, Nathan Stapleton, Cole Raymond surprisingly in 4th, and Drew Webb in 5th. As well as, wow. But, you know, interesting here is that Carlos Stray manages 6th, as well as Alford Torres, DiGiacomo Collins. Here's the rest of your results here with just 9 retirees, maybe 10 if you include John of Burridge shenanigans. But again, interesting happening into the field. Let's see the point standings. Now, looking into the standings here, guys, I know you guys are probably tired of seeing Jeffrey Fingai dominating the PSRLA Cup Series, same as Genius D'Amelio dominating the Grand National Series. But you know what? Here's the point standings. Speaking of the devil, Jeffrey Fingai takes the points lead here, 480 points towards the championship. You know, surprisingly, Jeffrey Fingai and Drew Webb have the same amount of top 5s and top 10s. But Drew Webb only has 1 win, but Jeffrey Fingai manages out to eke Drew Webb with consistency. You know, considering Drew Webb has the best finishing average position, but Jeffrey Fingai managed to edge out due to his wins. But Drew Webb is just right there, 6 points behind. Nathan Stapleton, 29 points behind. And you know, surprisingly, who's next in the standings? Skylar Taylor, 58 points behind. John O'Bridge, 61 points behind. Angel Gutierrez, 66 points behind. Ludovic Charette, 67 points behind. Cole Raymond, 74 points behind, tied with Zachary Fitzwater. And Eric Monaco enters the conversation inside the top 10. And you know what? The cut-up battle between Anthony Nicole is in 11th, but he's 18 points behind the cut-up. Philip Torres went outside there, just 21 points behind the cut-up. Chiristaba, 23, followed by Trey Bartow, yes, 30 points behind. But interestingly, the battle for wildcards, Blaine Keys takes the 12th spot as Bruno DiGiacomo climbs up from 26th to 23rd, one of the most important positions there. You know, for these guys probably to enter the safe zone into the wildcard battle, I guess Blaine Keys, Tony Brady, and Probably other guys like Matt Tuck and Cody Sale has to win another race if they want to keep their at least their playoff position in the wild cards still alive. So, Alex, final thoughts about the race?
Well, that was honestly that was pretty uneventful. I'd rather take a boring race over a other crash fest. But yeah, that I would say that the race was pretty boring. Actually, no. I wouldn't say it's boring, but I'd say that was pretty uneventful. And yeah, I'm kind of sad that the Mellis race ended the way it did. But yeah, I got nothing else to say. So yeah, the race wasn't good, but it wasn't a complete wreck. So I guess that's a positive.
Yeah, probably. Another thing here is that, well, Sergio Perez is gonna stay with Red Bull until 2026, and there you go. So
And also Ricardo is going to stay at Pika for another 2 years. So Liam Lawson get
Yeet. I mean, isn't Daniel Ricciardo is already past his prime, but Busy Cash App RB, whatever you call that team is, bruh, whatever. Anyway, so thank you guys very much for watching here. Next race is gonna be the U-Haul 301 at New Hampshire Motor Speedway, sharing the same weekend as the final race of the regular season for the Wawa Cup Series. So see you there next week. But hey, this is a special presentation of the 37 Network. This is Hergel Alonso on behalf of X and Vitaly saying so long and congratulations to Jeffrey Guy again.